Okay, so in After Effects, it's kind of this complicated software. It's really amazing, but it's definitely like one step above Premiere or anything like that. This is the easiest way to do it. The simplest understanding is that After Effects sort of operates on this composition concept. So the first thing you're going to do is start a new composition. And the new composition you can imagine as a video file, but similar to like any Illustrator document or any sort of Photoshop document. It's just like a new composition. This is sort of how, like, if you were doing this very like long movie that had segments, you would do each segment as a composition and then assemble the compositions later. So it's sort of broken down for that purpose. It is excessively complicated. People use it in their own special ways. I used to download After Effects files that had like cool things happening in it, and then you have to dig through and figure out how they did it. And it's like some people use like a billion folders, and some people throw it all in one way. So it's like coding or scripting or any of those things. It's kind of whatever works for you type approach. But this is the general new document settings. These are pretty standard. What you're going to change is the name. So I'm going to make this TIFF sequence. Oh, one more thing. And then you can always go to composition settings to change your settings, but these are the height and the width. You can always change that to match the actual render output that you did. You can change the background color, which is handy if you're doing a wireframe render. But I think most importantly, duration. I changed this to 5 when I was doing the GIFs, so its frame rates are 30 usually. And then how long do you want it to last? Well, we only have 100 frames, so this is hour, minutes, seconds, frame. And so we're going to do just a 5-second video. And I hit OK. So after you create a new composition, all you have to do now is import multiple files. And right here in my lovely, oh, that's my old TIFF sequence. Downloads, maybe? Did I download it? Okay. I thought I downloaded it. I'm just going to grab them all and open. Oops. Why did it do that? I don't think I wanted it to do that. Oh, my bad. Don't do that. I take it back. I didn't click on the little guy. Import multiple files. And you want to import it as a TIFF sequence, which I'm not sure why this wasn't clicked. Or was it? And did it? TIFF sequence. Oh, maybe you don't have to click on all of it. TIFF. TIFF sequence, open. Yeah? 1? No. TIFF sequence. So then this thing pops up here. Let me see what this is actually. So I just clicked on the top, the first one. Import multiple files, the first one, whatever. make sure the TIFF sequence is on. It will automatically remember all the other ones and then click open. So my mouse is dying. This is so annoying. Oh my goodness, it's just like the worst day. All right, so this is my TIFF sequence. I can scale it in the viewfinder if I wanted to. So the black is your background. You obviously can hold shift just like any other Adobe thing. And you can hit play, and now your video is going to play. You can change the duration, so it looks like what I thought was going to be a 5-second animation turns out to be 3. So you can either stretch this time, right click, time stretch. After Effects has so many tricks. I like cannot possibly show them all to you, but it's mostly one of these things where it's like, oh, I feel like I could stretch this time. What's the easiest way to do that? Time stretch. It's similar to Rhino that it has so many functions that it's really hard to just do one. So I'm just going to stretch it to the 5 seconds because why not? Okay. So it slowed it down. Now it's going for 5 seconds. Mission accomplished. Can everyone do that? You can, just like any other Photoshop, add text with little text boxes here. You can add rectangles and pins and all these other sort of things. So this is the gist of importing a TIFF sequence to make a movie. Now the last thing we're going to do is export it so it is actually a movie. And in this software, you have to composition, add it to a render queue. That render queue will pop up down here. And now you will have to change this. Not really anything except for you want to make sure your output is there. If you had audio, you would want to make sure your output was on for audio, but we don't. So you are going to output this to a TIFF sequence on the desktop, whatever, as a QuickTime movie, save, hit render, and it's done. And it's really blurry because it was a terrible resolution from Max, but. So everyone try that for the next 10 minutes, and then I'll switch over and show you some more After Effects or some more Maxwell. Alright, it seems like we're 80% there. So So if you guys want to make GIFs from movies, which is also super simple, you take that movie you just made and you import it into Photoshop. It's literally just 3 clicks. So you go import video frames to layers. And I mean, it's just like you're kind of moving it through the software. It's not really doing anything. Format video, fine. Open. It's going to tell you this from beginning to end. You could change the range. Hit OK. It'll think about it for a while because it's importing like 100 layers. Import, wait. Yeah. So again, it's file, import, and then video frame layers, and then you just import your movie. And basically hit yes. Knowing that if you actually wanted only the first 5 seconds of your movie, you could adjust the frames. So here it is. Whatever, that's great. But I don't even need to do anything. I now can just export, save for web, and now it's a GIF. GIF, sorry. I know you young whippersnappers called them GIFs.
Graphics.
I know. I'm aware. I was around when it was invented, though. So save for web. It automatically, so basically you're importing and then you're immediately exporting. This is it. This is all you're doing. And it automatically has the preset for GIF up here. Whenever it's done with its little circle doom death thing. Fine. Save.
So did you export it or
yeah.
save it?
Just export web legacy. I will show you again.
Oh, I got it. Export. Awesome. Yeah. Cool.
What? I think I clicked on that too soon. What has happened here? So here it is, just like in my, I'm crashing my preview, but you can see it's just a GIF now. So I essentially just saved it on my desktop and it's an animated photo, graphic, as you will. Image. So movie, GIF. So simple. So many like kitten and puppy videos to be made, right? It's gonna be great. So everyone, make sure you can do the GIF export import, and I'm gonna restart my computer and go over to Maxwell so we can learn a couple new cool things. So essentially, we're going to, don't save.